Radio Raheem here with Chris Algieri. This has got to be a whirlwind situation for you. I mean, you won a fight against Ruslan Provodnikov that you were an underdog in. You shook up the boxing world. The fight fans now know who you are, but the world is about to know who you are. What's it been like these past few weeks on the press tour?
It's been everything I expected, to tell you the truth. This is the kind of thing that as a fighter, as a young fighter, you think about in the future. You know, this is where you want to be, you know, and it's here now, and it's been an incredible experience.
You know, like I said, the world's about to be introduced to you, so we're going to go through a little bit so they can, you know, learn more about you, where you're from, how you got into fighting. You know, where do you originate from?
I'm from Long Island, New York, you know, in Huntington, which is North Shore, Long Island. And, you know, I've been born and raised over there. I still live there. And, you know, just been training and fighting out of there for...
Now, you know, Manny Pacquiao is a brawler. He can fight, he can box, but he likes to, you know, mix it up if his opponent does. New York fighters have that same, you know, history. So when you get in there, are you going to approach Manny Pacquiao in the same way that you did Ruslan Provodnikov, who was another slugger?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be an aggressive boxer. That's the way that I fight. I throw a lot of punches. I put on a lot of pressure. I set a pace that is very high with a lot of punches thrown, high output. So all my opponents have to adjust to my pace, and for the most part, everybody tires out, and I dominate down the stretch. So that's the plan.
Now, even coming off a upset win, I'm sure you've heard the criticism about Manny having selected you as the opponent. What is it that the people who are critical of this fight don't realize about Chris Algieri?
I'm undefeated. I'm a winner. I figure out ways to win. I was an underdog against Ruslan, and other than that first round, it wasn't even a close fight. You know, and it wasn't supposed to be a close fight. You know, I made a mistake early in the fight. This fight, I'm going to fight perfect and dominate. Now,
obviously, the Provodnikov fans would disagree, and then there were some people who said the fight could go either way. A decision like that you may not get against Pacquiao. What kind of adjustments do you have to make? Obviously, Pacquiao is a better fighter, period. And then the kind of adjustments that you'll have to make to win a decision, or do you intend to knock him out?
Well, like I said, I intend to dominate. I don't think I'm not going out there. You know, the Ruslan fight, I made a mistake early and paid for it, and it made the scoring close. Otherwise, you know, it's a dominating fight, and that's what I plan to do with Manny. I think I plan on making an even wider win.
All right, so that's a pretty bold statement. How though? How do you intend to do that?
I'm going to be myself. I'm going to go out there and do what I do. I mean, I've looked at Manny's eyes and, you know, this whole press tour, and he knows this is a real fight. And he knows that this is going to be a competitive fight and a good fight. And, you know, he's going to prepare very well, I'm sure. Him and, you know, Roach are going to have a great game plan. But myself and my team, Tim Lane and Keith Trimble, we're going to have an awesome game plan as well.
You guys seem pretty buddy-buddy. I mean, you may have looked at his eyes, but it doesn't look like there's any kind of animosity there or tension. Are you guys friends? And when you get in the ring, how do you transition from that being friends into being, you know, warrior into competitors?
You know, we're not friends. We have to be around each other, but we're amicable. And we're at this point, we're both champions. We don't have to be at each other's throat. We're both competitors. When it's time, we'll flip that switch and we'll go to work.
Chris Algieri, good luck.
Thank you.
November 22nd
Yes, sir.
in Macau, China. Radio Raheem with Chris Algieri.